All right, this is True for Real Deal Boxing. I got Ladarius Miller with me. What's going on, champ?
Man, what's going on, baby?
Oh man, just a few questions for you real quick. So how you feel about your last fight with Corrales?
I feel good, man. It was a tough fight. We pulled out a W.
Right.
Went up against a tough, former world champion. That was still in his prime. He wasn't over the hill. He came prepared to fight. And ready to win like we expected, man. It was a good fight. It was close, but I definitely feel like I edged it out. I feel like I landed the more precise and effective shots. He might have threw more punches, but I definitely landed the more cleaner shots.
Absolutely, and with that split decision, so are we just gonna move on? You think it's gonna be a rematch or?
Right now, what my promoters have set for me is fight for the world title. So we that's what we moving on to. But I'm always open for to come back down the line and do a rematch with Corrales. He was a tough competitor. It was a good fight. Like I said. So I'm always
So how we looking? When are we looking for that title? You think beginning of next year, into next year?
No, we looking at sometime. Most likely we looking at end of this year. Sometime maybe in December. Who knows? But we definitely that's the next thing for me is a world title.
Right. To go in a little deeper. So what made you want to start boxing?
Oh man, it was just something. I've been fighting all my childhood as a kid.
So you started? Did you start? You actually started fighting in Memphis?
Yeah, I actually did. I was around like in between the age of like 10 to 12. My dad took me to the gym, and ever since then, I haven't looked back, man. It's been boxing for me.
Right. And real quick, I don't want to hold you up. So what do you think about that Ruiz and Joshua fight as far as the rematch? What you think?
I think that's dope, man. And they have it in, I think it's in, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. They're going back and forth with what's going on.
Man, I think if they do it out there, that's dope. It's kind of like, I wouldn't, that's nice,
Something different.
Yeah, something different. Kind of like when Ali and Frazier did Thriller in Manila. It's just something different. And I think that's dope. I'm all for that. Both guys are good fighters. I've been hearing about Andy Ruiz from the time that I moved to Vegas 8 years ago. I always heard of him to be a great fighter. And Anthony Joshua is another great fighter. He could easily win all of his titles back.
Right.
Ruiz can easily make another defense and keep the titles.
Absolutely. And one last question for you: how do you feel about that Spence and Porter? It's a tough fight. So what do you think?
I'm going with Spence.
Absolutely. Okay.
I know Sean. I like Sean. He's a good fighter, and I know Spence, and I like Spence. But I just feel like Spence is the Spence is the better fighter. Which Sean made. A lot of people would say Sean. Sean probably is the tougher as far as being rugged. But all around, I think I'm going to give Spence the edge.
Right. And let me add one more, just real quick. I don't want to hold you up. So how did you actually feel, fighting in Baltimore? How was that? Because I know was it a packed crowd? I mean,
man, it was packed. It was crazy in that arena, man. It was but man, it's good because man, it was a lot of. It showed that black people can come together and support something that's positive.
Absolutely.
It was packed in there, and it was a lot of black people that supported. And it just touches up on subjects where they just say that black people can't come together and do anything positive. That was a positive event. No one got shot.
Right.
Got to fighting in the arena. I've been out here. I've been to fights in Vegas where every big fight, you'll see at least one or two fights in the arena. But out there in Baltimore, it was just a lot of people that was just proud to see Devontae Davis, have his homecoming. It was a man.
So as soon as you get those titles, because we know you're going to get a title shot, and we know you're going to get that title belt. Yeah. Would you love, or as far as working with your management, fighting back in Memphis?
Most definitely. That's one of the that's one of the things that's on our to-do list. in the near future. You know, once we get the titles, you know, we focus on getting the titles, and once we get it, you know, we weigh out all our options. And, you know, that's one of the options. You know, that maybe that one day to do my own homecoming in my city. So, you know, there's so many different possibilities. You know, so many different opportunities that, you know, come with winning a title. You know,
absolutely.
So, man, it's just that's the main focus right now.
All right. Well, I appreciate this interview. And where can your people reach out to you as far as Instagram? And
you know, everybody you can reach out to me on Instagram at Ladarius_Miller. Twitter is the same at Ladarius_Miller. You know, Facebook Ladarius Miller. You know, Snapchat Money Memphis. You know. So, you know, man, you can reach out to me on all social media, all social sites, you know, get at me, man.
All right, and I appreciate you, bro. You a good dude. Took the time out to get this interview. I know you got a lot going on.
Yeah, man.
You didn't even have to come down to the gym, so I appreciate it, brother.
I appreciate the support, man.
All right.